Alright.
But record's down again.
Yeah, you say it now.
Put it down. Show it more like one circuit. I'm already right.
Go ahead.
So what it was is either the low or the high pressure switch was blowing the 24 volt fuse inside the control board at the furnace. So what I did temporarily was just bypass the pressure switches and went directly to the contactor coil so we can have cooling. But there is no high and low pressure safety switches for the system right now. That's what it is.
Got you.
Right? So it's not recommended to leave it like that. Right? Now, some meters, they will come and what they'll do is pull out, they'll have to cut and test the resistance of each one of these, right? And see which one is the bad one.
Okay.
And of course, it's a job to replace that because that shit is welded in there, right? So you got to cut it out, add a new one, brace it back. It's a big
job.
Yeah. The other solutions are they can put pressure switches, I believe, on the valves out here and wire it into. But the problem with that is these are service ports, so you need access to these. So it's a job to get it fixed. But that's the problem.
This should be under warranty though, right?
Yes. It wasn't easy.
Alright, I bought this thing. I got it in my pocket. So we don't drop it.
What year is this?
I got it in, I think, October last year.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, at minimum, they will get the parts for free. Labor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool now. Yeah. So
Let's take a picture of what you. Well, it's recording now.
Mm-hmm.
Record it and show them what. I think you got the camera upside down.
Have it upside down? No,
this
this is right side up.
That's the other way.
It's this way?
Yeah. Show them what you did there.
So what I did, I just bypassed this is the pressure switch wire in here. I just bypassed the pressure switches and went directly to the contactor so we could get cooling, because each time under normal circumstances the fuse blows immediately as a call for cooling, and on bypassing the pressure switches we're getting cooling. So that tells me there's a short or a dead short in one of these pressure switches and then. So that's where I would start and ohm out either the high pressure or the low pressure, because I don't have my meter to ohm it out. I don't have no tools. Working here with no tools.
The wiring upstairs that they need to.
On the wiring upstairs, I would just clean it up. It's too many wire nuts and too many jumpers. But I did fix it was wired incorrectly. The transformer voltage to the board, it was double tapped. I don't know why they did it, but it was not necessary. And so I eliminated that. That's fine, but it's just the wire should be a direct run from point to point, not with so many wire nuts on it.
Okay.
You know, that's the recommended way to do it. Sometimes it could be cleaned up a little bit, but for now you're fine. You know, it's not hurting anything. This is what needs to get. This is a safety
issue.
Because if the pressure gets too high right now, there's nothing to shut down the unit.
I see what you're saying.
Or if it gets too low, there's nothing to shut down the unit. So you don't have any safeties right now.
So you think I should turn it off until they come, or let it?
It's up to you. Yeah, you can turn it off and just leave it. But that's the problem. We know what the problem is right now. So yes, you can turn it off and continue on how you were, just using your portable unit. Or you can let it run for a little bit, then turn it off, you know.
So just pull this out when I'm going to turn
No, turn it off on the thermostat.
Okay, just turn it off.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least got to buy you dinner, Dick, man. You at least charge me a fee. All right, go ahead.
So the circuit, the cooling circuit is blowing the fuse each time there's a core of cooling. So the only possibilities are the contactor coil or the high and low pressure switches, because that's where your 24 volts is running through to close the circuit.
Gotcha.
Right?
Go ahead.
You're going to pull a new direct 18.2 from the unit to the control board for power, and then you're going to pull direct 18.2 for each damper motor, and 18.4 or 18.5 for each zone, because you have too many jump points with wire nuts and it's causing circuit problems. Because when you see turned off upstairs zone,
And stop.
stop dropping, right? So it's too many jump points, and it's a short run between the Honeywell board and the furnace, so it's close enough you could run new wires directly and eliminate all those wire nuts on there. So that's what I would do.
Okay.